It's not summer. It's school week.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Oche Kitchen Discussions. Hi, everybody. Yesterday was National Wear Red Day, which falls on the first Friday in February, and is an annual campaign meant to raise awareness about heart disease in women. So my little advice is just add fruits and vegetables to every meal. It will it's going to increase your fiber content, your mineral content, your vitamin content, and then reduce the bad stuff in the food, like too much carbs and too much meat and everything. So please add fruit and vegetable to your meal. So before we start today, we normally check in with each other to know how everybody's doing. So how is everybody? Who are here? Best no Keke, are you good?
Faith, okay, I'm good.
Oh, Faith, welcome to the show. I'll take Faith. Yeah, Faith, how are you?
Yeah.
Hey,
Queen, Queen.
So, Faith, are you from around this other too, or?
No, I'm from Owerri. I'm from Owerri. Yeah, Owerri.
Where in Owerri? When you say or?
The Owerri, Amy, came close to Izedibia.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Yeripole.
I remember.
Email, okay, let me go to the next person. Zuchis can't talk because she's at work and everything. So Oche, how do you? Yeah. So Oche, qu'est-ce qu'elle a fait? I heard me and you have the same wahala.
Yeah, I had a very rough week. My car was acting up, and
mine acted up, not even acting up.
My car, yeah, it was a big deal for me because I've never experienced that. Yeah. And it so happened that my driver is not around right now. So I'm doing the school run with that truck. I don't enjoy driving it. It's a bit heavy.
So you like smaller cars?
Yeah, I prefer my car. Maybe you know how it is. If something is yours, you'll always feel more comfortable using it.
Yes.
So I've been doing the school run down till today because today was sports day. So I still had to take him to school, and it's been. Don't
you have like a friend like somebody a classmate that you guys can share the school runs? Like this week you take them, next week she will take them.
You know we're new in this neighborhood, and I haven't seen anyone from his school, and we have less contact with the COVID thingy. Parents are not really allowed in school like before.
Oh, okay.
I haven't been able to find out if there's any.
All right. Hi, Chibuzo, can you hear me? Chibuzo, superhero Chibuzo.
Boo, unless she's at work, who knows?
Okay, maybe she's at work, yeah. All right, Chibuzo, if you can hear me, we just wanted to check in with you to see how you're doing. Hi, Millie. Can you tell us how you're doing? Is it Millicent?
Yes.
My cousin?
No, Ejima.
Yes, it's Millicent. Hi.
Hi, how are you there?
I'm good.
So how you been?
Fine.
Your week been rough or good or, fantastic?
It's good. It's been good.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. I see Ike Abasi joined us. Ike Abasi, can you talk? Ike Abasi, can you talk?
Nah, beg, respect my name.
Abasi. I'm not Abasi.
Listen, I'm a stammerer. I keep telling you guys I'm a stammerer. So
friend,
at times to get things through, I have to say it however. So I'm a stammerer. So I can't free talk like you guys. So you guys have to, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay. That's okay. I'll take it. I don't care. I don't care. Oche Nani, are you there? Oche, can you talk? Uche. All right, so I guess everybody's doing well. For me and Oche that had bad experience and everything. So, Uche, can you talk? Uche Nani, can you talk?
Yeah, buddy.
Hi, good evening. How's your week been? Been okay? I know you were in a happy mood. I saw it on Instagram and everywhere.
Yes. Great, great, great.
This answer be like say you're on top of something. Okay, let me move on. Let's go to the next segment, which is the main show. The topic today is cheating. So what is cheating? Cheating, also known as infidelity. Ifeoma, do you mind muting people? I hear background noises. I don't know why. I've muted everybody. I still hear background noises. Okay. Cheating, also known as infidelity, is the breaking of a promise to remain faithful to a romantic partner. Whether that promise was a part of marriage vows, a privately uttered agreement between lovers, or an unspoken assumption. As unthinkable as the notion of breaking such promises may be at the time they are made, infidelity is common, and when it happens, it raises thorny questions. Should you stay? Can trust be rebuilt, or is there no choice but to pack up and move on? For the adulterer, infidelity can be exciting and seductive, conferring feelings of renewal, rejuvenation, and joy. The partner being betrayed, however, may feel confused, anger, doubt, pain, and heartbreak. The line between innocent flirtation and romantic betrayal is often elastic, and many couples face conflict between partners do not share the same definition of cheating. For some, anything short of sexual contact with someone else is acceptable. For others, any attention to a potential rival is unforgivable. Infidelity is a betrayal, but it isn't necessarily the end of love. So I was watching a YouTube blogger, and he was saying how he's divorced and he's in a second relationship with other people. So they were saying how in their first relationship, how they cheated and messed up and everything. And now when they chose their second partners, they said things like that they met somebody who has the same drive with them, and everything, like they have people who are that they have things more in common. And he said something that any partner who steps out of the relationship to have another partner or a lover, that it's fraudulent, especially in marriage. So having said that, my first question goes, do you think couples should be obligated to inform their partners when they take a lover? I know some people have open relationships when they know who their partners are doing some things with, but so many people frown on it. So let me take a female first, because I don't know if we get more jealous than the men or something like that, but let me ask Chibuzo, can you talk? Chibuzo. Okay, Ike Abbas. I hope I got your name right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you talk? Do you think couples should be obligated to inform their partners when they take a lover, so that it doesn't look like you're betraying them or things like that? Yeah.
That's it.
It is a heavy one. Yeah, it is.
That's a heavy question.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we in Africa, and I say it with all, not just Africa, but most places, anywhere. I don't think people have gotten to that level of maturity where, some places, yes, you have, like Canada here, you have some places, people that have open marriages, they do swinging and all that. But I don't think we've gone to a stage where you take a lover, you formally inform, you have a side chick or a side boo, side cock, and then you go and tell your other partner that, oh, I'm stepping out with this person. I don't think we have gotten to that level yet.
But do you think it's a realistic communication? If you just check it out.
Well, thinking about it, it should be, yes, if it's something realistic, I don't know about realistic, but I would say that it's something that, because the way our society is built, it's something that it will be very difficult to kind of do, whereby you come back home one day, or your wife comes back and say, you know what, I have a side guy, and you gotta accept it or not. But the only thing that works there is if the two parties, if they have an understanding and truly communicate and decide that's what they want to do to improve their relationship or their marriage, that's different. But just that someone will come, we can't do that. If you did that, your wife will make your house very, very hot for you, or vice versa. No man will want to really, not that no man, but most men will want to hear you come back and tell them that you have a side cock and that you should accept it or whatever. So I don't know. It's a question that really is very tough, but I don't think it's practical, given our context of our environment and where we come from. I don't think it's very practical.
All right, thank you. Ati, you wrote something about okay, like Ati, you said if you tell the person, it means the fun is out. Like what they said for the adulterer, infidelity can be exciting and seductive, and so
it should be secret, right?
Yeah, so it should be a secret lover kind of thing. So do you want to elaborate on that for us? Thank you.
Yeah, well, hi everybody.
Hi,
I don't think you tell anybody what you're doing, because when you start telling them, what's the point?
It's no longer cheating.
Are you asking for permission to do it because you're already doing it? Or are you saying to make the person envious? Or what is the point of the information? I don't see why we tell the person.
No, it's not. I think how he put it was that, like, before you even venture on that you should, like he said, it's like when it comes to marriage, not relationships, maybe you might, like it's fraudulent, because when you marry somebody, you promise them all this and that, fidelity and shit. So for you to step out from that with that, you're, defrauding that person. So he said that. So for me, I understood. That was my first time hearing it as a fraud. You know what I mean? I never thought about it. I used to think it was sexual drive that made people cheat. That was my, one track mind, that it was the drive. But, the way he put it, I started thinking about it. I'm like, wow. So actually,
when people talk about cheating, most people always put it down to sex.
Yeah.
I tell people, if my partner is having sex with somebody, I don't have a problem. If my partner finds a confidence in somebody else, then I have a problem. Then I know it's gone forever. Because
say that again?
If you have sex with somebody, that's not a problem. You can have sex with anybody. But if you find somebody has a confidence that you can discuss things with them, then I know the relationship is over. Because sex, whether I like it or not, it's a physical thing, But when there's somebody you talk to, you're comfortable, you can tell anything, and that person is not your wife or your husband, then you've lost it. Whether I tell you or not, forget it. No matter what you say to me, I know there's somebody else out there for me. So I think sometimes you focus on the physical part, and I think I will focus more on the emotional aspect. And I won't tell you.
Yeah, because it hurts everybody when you hear things about your partner from somebody else. They're like, but I sleep and drink with you every day. How come you don't tell me? Yeah.
I don't want to hurt you. That's why I don't tell you. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt you more. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. All right. Let me go to another man. Uncle Les, are you there?
Yes, I am.
I don't know the part when you came in and everything. Do you think couples should be obligated to inform their partners when they take a lover so that it doesn't look like it's a fraud to the relationship or stuff like that? What you think? What's your say on that?
Well, I think in this particular subject will kick up a lot of things. First of all, when you talk about cheating, you're looking at from which cultural context are you trying to define cheating? Okay, there are parts of Igbo land where having a mistress or a concubine is acceptable. So in that context, no, but it's true. It's true.
No, we've had this discussion in previous seasons, and men always bring this up.
Yeah, exactly. It's true. So it depends on which cultural context are you looking at it from. Yeah. And also, I would always also say this, just like Ati mentioned, which was a very valid point.
Yeah.
I don't look at cheating as merely a sexual thing. People are meant to, like, if my partner decides to, I found that my partner, had, slept with someone else, I might get upset, but that's not so much of a big thing. That person is being natural. Human beings were designed by nature to do things of that sort. Whoever they do that with might not necessarily matter, but then the implication of that person's action at a particular time could be the thing that might be a deciding factor. So certain things might have, bigger implications when done at a particular time or under a particular context. So for me, in some context, I have a friend who says that, listen, any day my husband, goes to, finds, opens up his life to another person and kind of like, starts handling some certain responsibilities like financial and psychological and blah, blah, blah. To me, that is cheating. Whether my husband sleeps with that person or not, that wouldn't matter. That for me is cheating. And I could understand with that person. So now bringing it to your question, do partners being obligated to inform their, each other when they pick another lover? There's no clear-cut answer to that, to be very honest. First of all, the relationship you're in, whether it's a marriage or whatever, does it meet all your needs? When I say all your needs, I'm talking about the romantic, I'm talking about the physical, the financial,
mental,
and so on and so forth. Yeah, does it meet it? And as far as I'm concerned, people might disagree, but I believe in that typical idea of, for you to thrive, you have to build a community around yourself. So there are certain people in your life who have to, fulfill certain, obligations, expectations. So if I'm looking for somebody I want to gossip with, I know who to call. Exactly. If I'm looking for somebody who needs to get me a letter to go and see Joe Biden, I know how to reach out. If I'm looking for somebody who can lend me some money when I'm short, so
I'm like that.
So there are different people. Now, bringing it to the context of the two couples, if my husband or if my wife is not meeting up 100% of a certain of all my needs, it means that you're going to have to look elsewhere, and it will not be like a one-off thing. This is something that will be, common knowledge in the relationship. Okay. I have a friend of mine who, for some reason, might not be able to fulfill his, bedroom responsibilities. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he understands if his missus has to, of course, go out and. But the only condition he gives is if you don't ever get pregnant with whoever, because if you get pregnant with whoever, then it is not. We're talking about something different altogether. I don't want you to have a child, because if a child comes in the picture, I will have to, take responsibility of some sort of parenting that child, and I don't want to do that. So,
all right, thank you. All right. Let me go to Faith. But before I go to Faith, we've had on different seasons, we've had shows about either cheating, infidelity, and polygamy. And polygamy. And I've always been like, I don't think I will want to be in a polygamous relationship, but I'll take an open marriage. Ifoma, on the other hand, it's okay with polygamy. Oche, on the other hand, wants selfish her. She wants it all to herself. So, like me, I think I would like if I'm with somebody with like-minded as myself, I will have that kind of conversation, because you know what I mean. We all have temptations. We all think. We all look. We all stray. Okay, Faith. Faith, are you available to talk? Faith.
And Faith raised his hand earlier. He wanted to say something.
Yeah, that's why I'm calling on him. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Yeah. Do you know the question, or should I repeat myself?
Okay, repeat it, but I know it, but repeat it to help me.
All right. Do you think couples should be obligated to inform their partners when they take a lover? Because they say if you don't tell them, it's fraud. You're defrauding your partner and stuff.
Couples, either lovers or being married or in a relationship. I mean, number one, why will you think of having another partner if you're in a relationship? So if from day one, if you can decide to agree, okay, let's have an open relationship, fine. But if you don't have that agreement, so why would you decide to have an affair or all that? Now,
what if you change in the middle? What if you change in your 30s or your 40s?
If it changes in the middle, that's very, very wrong, because the other party might not agree. No, that's been unfair. The other party might not agree. I mean, because that means it's lost. There's lost. You begin to admire someone. You begin to desire someone. The other party might be jealous. Okay. Now that goes to the question. I miss a lot. I'm at work right now. I'm even hiding in the office talking to you. That's
we appreciate you.
A lot of times I miss your. I know. A lot of times I miss your. I mean, discussions at your forums. But there's one topic that I missed that was very, very important. This topic goes back to this thing you just asked me now. I'm going to be very brief now about parties cheating. This thing just said about cheating. After you have an affair with someone, it's not until you have sex. Someone just said it now that you say you are cheating. Accepting gifts from any party and your husband or your wife does not know, perfume or anything is cheating.
Hey, you want to kill us? You want to kill us? Hey,
Hey.
you want us to drink poison?
Your party does not know. You can't tell your party. It's gifts. Receiving calls, hiding to receive calls. I mean, so many things. It's cheating. It's even worse than sex. Someone said it there. If you can discuss sex with somebody, a friend, who is not your lover or your husband or your wife, how do you do it? How do you do this? I mean, that is cheating.
That's true.
Man, see, a lot of things are involved. You can't leave your phone. You have passwords on your phone. Passwords in the relationship or the marriage or lover. You have passwords on your phone.
Can I cut you off? What if you have something like porn on your phone and you have little kids that play with your phone? That's why you lock up your phone. So when you want to, when they want to use your phone, you can control it, because we adults have, nasty things on our phones. So it could be the reason. Oje have the time. This is Oje's time. I just want to tackle. Let's just hold on. This is Oje. I'm taking 2 minutes into Oje's time. Yeah.
Let me just see the last thing I'm saying. You just cut me off. I'm this last thing. I know. And I'll leave you alone for people to chat. See, every couple, home, so many places, friends, they naturally have passwords on your phone, both married or relationship or, sincerely, if you're not free for your couple or your lover to see your messages or read your messages, believe me, it's a different ballgame. That's cheating.
Okay, like somebody like me, I like to talk nonsense with both female and girls. That's if I can't bother with you, I can't be friends with you guys. But my partner might not understand it that way. So like Ataibo wrote something, you're hiding it not to hurt them. What do you think? You know what I mean?
Your partner. That's not your partner should understand you from
exactly. Okay, partners. Now you got it. Yes. Yes, thank you. All right, thank you, Faith. Thank you, Faith. We'll leave you to go back to work. This is Oje's
I'm working, don't worry. I'll continue working and I'll watch you guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, watch, because Oje's topic is going to be.
I think I want to say something before you ask that second question.
It's Oje.
I disagree with that person, whoever that said that cheating is fraud. Right?
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
Cheating is because I'm looking at the dictionary meaning or literal meaning of cheating, fraud. That has to. So it's tricking you to surrender something of value.
That's one of it. There's 3
or your legal rights. You wouldn't believe it. I've gone around to see the types of fraud. I never see cheating inside there. So
it is there. It is there. I checked it out. I checked it out. I wanted to put the the Webster dictionary and the
IJ, let me help you for my let me help
so
you.
It is. I saw it, so but I didn't want to put it in.
But
Betsy, can you hold on? Let's Oje so that we don't cut into Oje's time. It's the same topic, so but you can chime in with Oje. Oje, go ahead. Sorry, guys.
Okay, that's fine, but I know it's my time. Aside the fact that Benson is my guy, I would like him to address that because it stems off from your own topic so that we don't put it under the carpet. So Benson, go ahead, you have the floor.
Ooh.
Okay, if like you said, you were saying cheating is not a fraud.
It's not fraud. Not value is being taken.
Wait, cheating is fraud.
Your emotional word.
In the other way around, is if you check fraud, it tells you sharp practice. And what is sharp practice? Dishonest dealing, deception.
Yes, that's fraud. Yeah.
Deception.
With an intention. With an intention.
Your poster said something like that cheating is intentional. That it's not. He said I don't know. I don't remember.
No, it's a choice.
It's a choice. Okay, so yeah. So if you make a choice to do something, it means it's intentional. Yeah.
Oh, you say okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I stand by my words because I've not. Yeah, go on, Oje.
Mama, I was trying.
It's called synonyms. Synonyms.
Oje, go ahead.
I was trying to understand you because yes, granted, it's a choice because at some point some people decide. But what about those who find themselves way inside, even before they realize what's going on. Like I said, we're human beings, we get tempted and stuff. You know that there are, like, I remember when I was growing up, my mom would always say that you'd hardly see someone say, on this day, 5th day of February, I am going to start prostituting. That it's on very rare cases that people make such decisions, okay? That some of them circumstances, hardships, and life throws them into that. I want to believe that it's the same thing when people find themselves loving somebody else who isn't their partner. I don't think it's everybody that makes that conscious decision and effort to step out. Other times you'll be having issues at home. You have a colleague that listens to you genuinely. In fact, from the get-go, he sees you as a younger sister. Okay. But naturally, we always have this. You know, because
you hit that for head for me.
Because my mantra in life is never say never. Never say never. You never can tell. So at that point in time, you cannot accuse. Yes, granted, this person has cheated, this person has stepped out, but was it a conscious effort to do that? Was it a choice for real? That story for another day.
Okay.
So, that's a good one. You hit them.
Yes, it's a choice.
Leslie, I'm not going to take you up on that, because as far as I'm concerned, people tend to want to live in the ideal world. It's a choice. Ideally, it's a choice. But are you being real? I like to live in a realistic world. And at that point in time, I am playing advocate for that person. It wasn't her choice. It was happening.
Oche, can I help you out there? Please, what you've just described and you're taking sides with the other person, that is indirectly having a body. If you have a partner, is it okay to have a body? Remember that show? Body. And what happens? That's Ijoma having a body like a brother and a sister. And it changes dynamics. Go ahead. Go on to your second question.
If I'm a mom.
I didn't say it's okay.
All right, Oche, go ahead.
So my question is, should a partner stay after cheating has produced a child? Leslie, I'm not going to ask you. Pam, can you take that for me, please?
Okay.
Uncle Les, I'm sorry.
So what was the question?
My question is, should a partner stay after cheating has produced a child?
Okay, that's a hard one. The first question is, what led to the cheating? Why did she cheat? Did the man cheat? Then she decides to go cheat back. Or was there something going on that led her to that? Because I believe that we women, not every woman though, but at least more percentage of the women, if you're in a good relationship with your partner, you don't wake up in the morning to go cheat.
Yeah.
Even if you guys have nothing.
Yeah, that's 100%.
Because we are so proud and we love
100%.
deep whenever we are happy, wherever we are. I remember when we were in school then, younger, you have a boyfriend that has nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
You'll be even giving him maybe your gari and sugar, and you do it happily.
Yes.
Happily. Even if those 419 guy will come and show you money and everything, you're not even looking at them. So it depends what happened, what led her to that situation. If there is something that led her to that situation, I think it's something that maybe the couple should work it on, you know, because I know right here in California, there are some couples like that. The woman has a child outside the marriage, but she's living happily with the husband. Yes, because I think the husband did something that made her to step out. So that produced
I want to be married to that man. I'll be having
and
fun.
you even see the child, you will know that that's not the man's child.
Papa, hook me up.
I think the child is like from a white guy.
Hey,
so it's obvious.
There's no DNA needed.
He's living happily. All the parties, all the weddings, she's there with her husband.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
So that's my take on that.
So Oche, she answered yes, you should stay when there's a child.
What about my own take on that?
Okay. Easy, hang on.
Easy.
Pam, let's get it clear. Your own take is depending on the circumstances.
Correct.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Easy, go ahead.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Easy. Good to see you.
Wait, I don't laugh already. You see, the thing is
I
like,
miss you. You just abandoned me. You will not make heaven.
No.
But I still love you.
I was not doing fraud. I was cheating. So that's
I will not cheat. I will not cheat back because of the love I have for you. Because I will share my Gary with you. I will not cheat.
I will share everything with you, my dear. And it will not be called cheating.
Okay.
Yeah.
It will come.
It will become fraud. It will become fraud.
It will become fraud, exactly. So if somebody
so
has
Easy, what's your take?
if somebody decides they want, or not decide they have a child out of marriage because they decide to go and cheat, it go hard, my dear. It go hard. That's it. It go hard. Well. Then okay. I just say no need for DNA. It can't be a mixed race. Yeah. How do you really explain that really to your own children and to yourself? Because then, like with me, most people know me. I don't really care about what people think, but it go hard to explain to your children. Say, you see that's your twin, because it could be that like even the child is the same age with even one of your children. How do you now explain that?
Oh, Easy and Pam Pam. What if it was a threesome that brought up a baby? Maybe that's why he's cool. Maybe that's why he's cool with it. Maybe they have an open relationship.
Open relationship is perfect. Then that's fine.
It's very perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. So a threesome, yeah. Okay.
These are not sweet Easy. These are not sweet Easy.
Thank you, Easy. I'd like to hear from Aika Basi, please. Ike, what's your take?
Because he's been abusing me.
Ike, are you there?
Yeah, what was the question?
If you cheat and bomb bikini, is it?
If I do.
If you cheat and bomb bikini.
Why are you making it personal?
Because he's always attacking me.
It sounds more like an attack than a question.
Let me say the question for you. I just said, when you cheat and the lady has a baby for you, is it a deal breaker?
For deal breaker for me or for the
like that? No, when cheating produces, whether you cheat and has a child with somebody or she cheats and gets pregnant by another guy. So how does it?
That's why I called Ike's name. That's why I said if Ike cheats.
Okay. Oh yeah. Thank you.
The first thing is that baby has done nothing wrong.
Yeah, very true.
So my child is my child. If it happened, then it happened, and we just have to figure a way to deal with it. But it won't be denying the child, which some people do, or ignoring the child. No, because that child, there was a time you were enjoying it when you produced. There was enjoyment when you were producing that child. So that child should not suffer for your mistake or her mistake or whoever. And even if the sense was to happen the opposite way, I love children. So personally for me, it's a child. The worst thing you can do is to try and take out anything on the child. You accept the child, even if the two couples don't decide that it's not going to work for them, but the child should be of utmost importance. You must always have to defend and protect that child.
That is so sweet. That's so nice.
I go by your response. You said even if the couple decide it's not going to work for them, so that the child shouldn't suffer. What you're trying to say is, if it happens and you tell your wife that you are no longer going to be married to her, are you going to keep her child?
No, that's the thing. That's why I said it depends on the couple. If there's some men, when that happens, they will be like.
About some men, I want to hear your opinion.
For me, it happened. And if I still care about my wife, the child will still be part of our life.
Okay, so if you are staying with your wife after this incident, the child is part of your life, but if she's going home, she should take her child home. Do I get you?
No, because traditionally the child belongs to me.
Yes, because
so she can't even go.
Right?
Yes, she can't go home with the child. The child belongs to me.
Yeah, because at the time she was still your wife.
Yes.
I get that.
Traditionally, that child belongs to me. So that
sounds like what Benson would say too.
That's my own take on it. I will not take out that thing on that child. You understand me? I can have different opinion with you as the woman, or it depends on how the woman portrays herself too. Some people will do something wrong, have a child, and not even admit to it, and try and push it on to the husband. And when the truth is found out, what kind of impression, what kind of, is there remorse? Is there, what happened? You got to understand what happened. What triggered that for her to go have that child? And if it was because of me, what I did wrong, that triggered that, I should try to be more understanding. It will not be a deal breaker for me. But deal breaker will be your attitude too. So if you come up and say, well, you did something and I don't give a shit and I did what I need to do, then it's a deal breaker. But I will not say that child is still my child. And I'll treat that child as I treat my other children.
Thank you so much. I
appreciate you.
Yeah.
Can I say something to Ike? Oche, can I say something to Ike?
Mom, I don't say anything yet. Ataibo wanted to say something, but before I ask Ataibo, I want Jess B to say something, please. Jess B, are you there? Okay.
Jess B.
Mom, I might get a chance. Ataibo, you want to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to say, but I just answered it. I know people that have left their wives and kept the children the wives made when they had an affair.
For real?
Yes. So when they're divorced and everything, but the children, they have the same rights to that child because they have.
Was it the pregnancy that made them divorce or something else?
Numerous affairs and the pregnancy was the last one. But the man said, I named my child. That is my child. I named my child, and my child is my child.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so but I tend to find men more forgiving than women. Because when a child is involved, yeah. In my opinion, I'm talking from my own experience. Men tend to be more forgiving. It's like, yeah, they'll just say, oh, well, it happened. I can't, because they say, I don't want to split my children. That's the way they say it. But women say, I don't want that bastard with my child.
That thing. Mm-hmm.
I don't want that thing. They give that child a name. They don't call the child a child. And women seem to be more emotional and more, very brutal and very, very, very critical in their judgment of people. Because I, as a human being, I don't have a right to judge anybody. Yes. I haven't created anybody. Therefore, I don't have a right to judge anybody. I can say, oh, what if am I doing today is bad? What if I do tomorrow? What voice will I have to speak then? Things happen.
Right. Like what Oche said, never say never. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, Mama.
Yeah, boy, she raised her hands.
Yeah,
Indiscipline.
I'm quite passionate about this.
Indiscipline. You know, good though.
Okay, what I wanted to say is, funnily, I answered as if it's the woman that's done it, not as if, placing it on the woman. Can I hear your view on the other side? If you're the one that stepped out, like in the American men stepping out, if you're the one that's gone out there and you've had a baby, and Mrs. in the house says, no, this is the end of it, would you let that marriage go and make another arrangement with this other one? All right, do you mind? Any guy can tell this. Go ahead.
Yeah, but if I was the one that stepped out and a child is as a result, and my wife says she's no longer going to do, you know what I mean? What am I supposed to do? I'm not going to give up my child because you don't want to accept the fact that, okay, it happened. And if I'm genuinely sorry for it, which I will be, and you don't want to continue with the relationship, what else is there to do? There's nothing to do again, basically, because look at what Ataibo said. It's true.
The other one might not want you full time. Just look after your child.
Are very less prone to accept another child like that. It takes a rare woman to agree to bring a child that the husband had outside into the house. It takes a rare woman. So fortunately for me, my wife is a rare woman, then that's fine. But if it's not, and then you decide you want to take a walk, hey, life would not end now. Life will continue. But that child is not going to be denied just because. I'm not going to deny something of my, I would not deny it. If it's my child, it's my child.
Faith has something to say, please. Faith Okereke.
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, you can.
Okay, based on this discussion you were saying, I remember something. Back home in Nigeria, growing up. This is true life. I just remembered now. Once in a while in life, I remember that incident. A family, I know, a man who had 3 kids from the wife. The wife went out to have an affair with a white guy. The white guy was a boss in a company. And I was in secondary school, and she was pregnant. Normally he was happy. This is true life. Though I saw, not story I read in a book. The wife gave birth to a mulatto. So it was embarrassing. The news was everywhere. In fact, when I pass by, I see the compound, I see the kids playing outside, I see the children and the mulatto. I imagine growing up 40 years ago, So you can imagine at day in Nigeria, not abroad there that you can come there. It was very, very embarrassing, very, very embarrassing. But the man couldn't do anything. It was so shameful. Man didn't drive the wife away. So this is even a different ball game. Now, your wife brings a child, or the man brings a child, a black child. You can, people might not even know, except family members or friends. This one is the whole world. Whenever you're going for a function, a party, or a naming ceremony, you have your black children, you have a mulatto, the whole world knows. This man kept the family together.
Oh, having goosebumps from all these stories.
Yeah, so nice and benevolent of him.
That's all.
That's interesting. Yeah, thanks for sharing that, Faith. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Hello, can I say something?
Sure.
Okay, it feels like my last born is like 20 years old, and I come to the house and tell my wife that, oh, by the way, there's this girl I'm seeing, and she, and by mistake, well, not by mistake, but she now has a child for me. I think what will happen is that's what I think will happen, but I'm not going to try it anyway. It's like what will happen is like I think my wife will
because your portmanteau will be on the sidewalk.
No, the thing is like I am what you see is exactly what you get with me. Yes. I think my wife is used to that also. So if I come and tell her like, oh, see what happened, or this is what happened and everything else, and I have this child and I don't think the child should stay with the mother, or I would like the child to stay in the house, I feel that she will agree for the child to come to the house. But I feel she will do that. The kind of person I know about my wife. I mean, I've known her for almost 30 years, and she has taken all the nonsense I don't put for ground, every kind of nonsense. Yeah, so I think that one. But like I said, it's all hypothetical. Though. No go tell my wife. Oh, I don't get any skin outside. So, but like I think if I brought the child to the house, I'm sure she will accept the child. Because she's very.
Your sister is asking you if you married another wife.
Easy answer the question.
Exactly. I'm waiting.
Your sister is asking if you have another wife.
I thought about saying whether you don't marry another wife.
I fear.
Okay. Thank you so much, Easy, for your contribution. And thanks everyone that answered the question. Before I hand over to Mama, I have always said it, and I've said it when we're having normal conversations. I've said it both far and near. Should that kind of situation arise for me, I'm not even going to think about it. The only thing is just to do a DNA and ascertain that it is my husband's own, and I'll collect the child. That is all for me.
Yes.
Yeah, you've always said it. You've always said
it. I mean, I don't even need to think twice. The child belongs to us.
Yes, sir.
Our child. So
that's good.
With that, Mama,
until the child's mother comes to collect the child after the child has become 10 years old, and she can manage that child. Because the reason why the lady will have
the moment the DNA ascertains that the child is ours, There's no dispute.
You're the third wheel.
The child is not the child
You
is
can only
for
visit
your
the
husband.
child.
When that child do marriage, or you're there for floor. Mama and Papa go there for high table.
There's a way I'll bring up that child, that the child, as he's holding his mom on this hand, he'll be holding me on the other hand.
Yeah.
So Oche, you have something from SNY says, I hope we're not condoning this behavior.
It's not a question of
Oche, answer.
I'm not condoning anything. Like I said before, not on this show, but I had said it that I decide to accept this child doesn't mean I'm going to reward bad behavior. Doesn't mean, oh, I'll be doing sugar and honey. I'll be upset. I'm a human being. Okay. And whatever way I deem fit to show him that I'm not pleased, it will pass through due process. But what
like Hillary Clinton. I heard Hillary Clinton was slapping Clinton front and back. But when they come for press conference, she wear her suit and support. Yeah. So
we have Oche, Martha's hand is still up. Martha, do you want to say something for as the next question?
I want to say something. I mean, what I want to say is, if I go by the topic of what we're looking at today, cheating, is it a fraud or a drive, right? I mean, I think for me, the word cheating is a pure fraud. It's not a drive. If you have someone that, there's a thin line between mistake and cheating. So if someone falls into temptation and something happens, again, I mean, having at the back of our mind that this is based on individual persons, right? So if there is a mistake, then I mean, it can be to an extent or to a huge percentage, both parties can work out something. But when it comes to cheating, right, I don't see, I personally, if one cheats once, I personally takes it as mistake. But if you have someone that is cheating, the word cheating, that means it's serial. The person has done it once, twice, you know, whatever it is. So if this cheating happens and let's forget about the action, whether based on the cheating, there is a child, or based on the cheating, will I take the child or not take the child, or have the child grow with the mom, or have the child grow. This is like an action after the cheating. So if it comes to the cheating, if this partner is cheating and cheating and cheating, then it needs to be called to action. Because I don't see a situation where sometimes I heard someone here said that men are less prone to accepting a child or doing whatever. I mean, women are less prone to accept a child, yes, based on their experience. But if you take statistically, you look at it, women will be less prone because women statistically are not more serial cheater than compared to men. So if a man knows what he's doing and he knows he's cheating and cheating and cheating, he knows the consequence from that. And whatever thing will make a woman take an action to say she's going out to cheat or going out to do so, something must have really, really happened. She won't wake up suddenly and just say, this is what I'm going to do. Either she had called this man to order or called him to, you know, like raise lots of concern oftentimes, and is not being taken into, she's not being taken into consideration. Then that happens. But I mean, in all, like, I think from what we're studying today, cheating for me is a fraud, is a huge fraud. In short, it should be fraud raised to the power 100. It's not a drive.
If do you mind if I answer Martha back?
Go ahead. I also want to answer Martha as well.
Okay, Martha, I think it's both. I think cheating is both fraud and drive, because that's why I keep saying that most of us marry for the wrong reasons. That if you marry people who you have more in common, certain things will happen. So if you marry somebody who you have different sexual drives with, she wants to have sex only once a week, you want to have sex every day, or she wants to have sex maybe once a month. Because I know couples, I know a friend of mine, once she sees her husband, she runs away. You know what I mean? So when you, no, let me finish. So when you marry somebody who wants to have sex just once a month, and you want to have it at least every other day, whatever, it's not going to fly. So drive, I think it's fraud. For me, I believe that's when you have a conversation, say, listen, this is a problem for me, you know? Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that is not, if it is drive, then
it can be both. It can be both. I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying it's both.
No. Yeah. What I'm saying is, this thing is it fraud or drive? So let me defend my case. If it's drive, when it comes
short,
to drive,
because we are encroaching on informer's time, yeah.
Okay, if it comes to drive, definitely for drive, that will be communicated. And that will be a discussion that is open. So it's not cheating. Both parties understand. So I won't count that as cheating because my other partner understand that this is
so that goes to the first question we
yes,
asked.
it's my weakness or it's my strength.
Yeah.
So the person can now buy my idea.
All right, thank you.
This is what you want to do. But if I'm doing it out of whatever and the person is not aware, cheating results to child results to fornication, there is a huge fraud.
Fraud, yeah, thank you. Yeah, you're right. Okay, thanks. All right.
So let me please say something, Mama.
Go ahead.
Like Martha said, when someone is a serial cheat, it's a different ball game. My response that I'm going to take the child, it stems from the fact that I know who I'm married to. Okay, for someone who hardly gives me a headache. And let's not also forget that this child of a thing, you don't have to do it 100 times. Once is enough. So if something happens and he makes that mistake, it's not going to be a deal breaker for me. Because also.
What if he's been cheating for years and you didn't know? Because some people are slick.
If he's been cheating for years and I didn't know, and I eventually find out, something has to give. I'm going to still look at the fact that, some people start cheating and they start maltreating their wives. But I look on the bright side that I have still been living a baby girl's life all along. He has not maltreated me immediately. This is me. I'm not speaking for any other person. So the fact that from the get-go till whenever I find out, all the good things he did for me would
over.
Yeah, Oche, let me remind you where you made this statement the first time was on forgiveness. When we did the show on forgiveness. That's what you said, yeah. Yeah, and I think before I ask my question, some definitions came into my head. If you got your pen and paper, you could write it down. Cheating is fraudulent when you are in everything is going well for you in your relationship. And cheating is a drive when things are not going right. I think I've
but you can have drive whether things are okay for you or not. You can be driven.
You can have, yeah. It's a hormonal thing. It's hormones.
No, I don't agree. Drive doesn't know you.
Answer question 2 in the next exam.
If I want to ask your question, we elaborate during the overtime. Go into your question.
Okay. Before you ask your question, let me just say this. Yeah.
Okay, 1 minute.
No, that's one quick. Yeah, 1 quick second. All of this cheating has nothing to do with drive or with fraud. What of cheating? Because like I said, we're talking about which cultural context. Let me tell you, for instance, over here, you have people who do substance abuse. And when they're either under intoxication or they've had their heroin, or people who have to, because they need to feed the heroin habit, and then they go and they
mental health. That's mental, that's different, You blame it on the alcohol, on the drugs, that's different, Blame it on the.
Let me ask the last question, which is, I'll ask this question and I'll give the first answer. What have you done to avoid cheating?
Pluck out your eyes.
Pray. Prayer.
What God does not do does not exist.
Yeah, any other ideas? Any other thing? Ben, do you want to tell me what can you do to stop you from cheating, to avoid cheating?
You answered Ben's answer already, praying.
No, wait.
No, wait, that's not what I'm going to say.
Cold shower?
Like you said, maybe to avoid cheating. Okay, for me, there is one thing about me. If I say I love you, and from the depth of my heart I truly love you, why should I look at another woman on any skirt? Why? I shouldn't. So the idea of cheating doesn't come in, because I'm not ready to cheat you. If I really say I love you, I'm not ready to cheat you. I'm not ready.
So what have you done? What action have you taken to avoid cheating?
He refused to be ready. That's what he has done.
He what? He refuses to be ready.
Yeah. What action have you taken to avoid cheating? What have you done? Because as a human being, you come across people like the people we described earlier on, the bodies that want to be close to you like a brother, like a sister. I know you're quite close to IJ. IJ, looking at IJ, even though I know how to work, once you see her, you see sin. So I know she's quite close to you. What do you do to avoid?
You will not make heaven.
Avoid that
is a brother.
Yeah, you're just like a sister. I've seen both of you, but you're crazy
it's true,
fellow.
yeah.
You get what I mean? Yeah. Some people can misinterpret your friendliness. So
okay. If I'm right from the beginning, when we had other discussions that had to do with relationship and so on, I told you it's a simple act of discipline.
Exactly.
Discipline. Okay.
I don't even know whether you are naked there. I don't know.
Very true. It's true.
I don't know.
Who's naked?
Nobody.
Easy is naked. Easy.
Okay. I don't know. Okay, the question goes to me too, Abby.
Yeah, go ahead. What have you done to avoid cheating?
Nothing
Leslie, since he thinks there's also so many things.
He said nothing. Easy said nothing.
Okay,
so he obliges temptation.
Yeah, apart from being disciplined, and I said being prayerful, what else have you done? Actually, Dan, do you want to tell us something?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what I do. If I know I'm getting too close to someone, I'm having feelings for somebody, I try and avoid them.
Okay, beautiful.
I try to avoid places that are good. I know that when I get there, I lose all sense of responsibility and shame. I try to avoid places like that. And another thing I do is I go out with people that are strong-willed. So if they think that I'm going out of my way, they drag me back and say, "Oh, sis, enough is enough. Let's come and go home." You know. So I try to avoid places where I get into things like that. You know. And if I have a colleague at work that we're having lunch every day, and this lunch is we're having intimate discussions, I will stop having lunch. I will go on the diet. So I won't be eating lunch at work again.
Okay, and if another one is flee.
Yeah, you run away from it. Fight or flee.
Now, whatever that will make only two of you to be in a place secluded alone, don't do it.
Okay, you won't see yourself as being a coward when you avoid a woman in that circumstance.
Because of the inherent risk.
All right, thanks, Ben. Faith, go ahead.
Hello?
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Faith, we are waiting.
Okay, I'll be fast about it. Let's be very, very realistic. We are all matured, we are all adults. This is a topic that I will say, I missed the last topic. I'm going to say it briefly. How to avoid cheating? How do you see? It's not about. It's very simple. Avoid being close to the opposite sex. There are some things you don't discuss with the opposite sex. You must be official. Hey. We know where this thing will lead to. It's closeness that leads to cheating. It's closeness that leads to cheating. It's familiarity that leads to cheating.
Faith, you hate me. Everything you say is against my principles and principalities.
Hey. Let's stop all them. Let's stop all them. It's closeness, friendliness with the opposite sex. There are some things you shouldn't discuss with the opposite sex. All it is with time. If you're in problem, family problem with your wife, you discuss with the opposite sex, your bestie. One day to lead to cheating. You can avoid it. We all know where it will lead to.
Okay. But the women can even use what you tell them to go against you too. So yeah, it has to do with the level of
vice versa.
Loyalty.
Vice versa. It's vice versa.
Like me, I feel more comfortable with guys than females.
Yeah,
I have so many male friends.
It's easier from there to have an affair because that's where it starts from.
Faith, can I say something?
Yeah. Benz, go ahead.
Yeah. Like I said, see, all these things, they're all things of the mind.
Of the mind, you know something?
You said?
You are right. We know where it starts from. It's from all
Good.
little
So,
things.
but if that's not what you have in your mind, my brother, it cannot happen.
Benson, if that's not in your mind, fine. The opposite party might have that in mind, and due to the closeness,
no, and you still make it not to work. You still make it not to work. If you are such disciplined and strong, you still make it not to work.
Okay, good. Yeah. I agree to that.
Peter, I don't know if you saw that show, but if you didn't, I think I'll form this habit of bringing up some of our past shows. I'll get the link and share it again, because sometimes all of them come together. Again, we're here to talk about real life issues. So we talked about body and having bodies with the opposite sex. Whether you have a spell when you're in a relationship, the kind of drama that comes out of it, and this is all part of it.
Yeah.
This is all part of it. And it's not finding a reason.
I missed that show that day.
Benson talked about discipline. And I want to believe that it's the same kind of discipline that Jesus had when he was friends with Mary and Martha.
Jesus Christ is different from hustle.
They talk say the bomb bikini. They talk say the bomb bikini. That's what the Holy Grail is all about.
Faith. Benson, Jesus Christ, it's not hustle.
No, I think the basic thing is just know your limit anytime. Know your limit. When you get when it gets to your limit, please exit. Exit. When it gets to your limit, exit. Yes, we are all human beings. When it gets to your limit, please do exit. Don't go further. Don't go further.
That's it. Yeah.
Don't go further.
And also know your yourself.
Because it's in the process. It's in the process of going further that will lead to that. But when once it gets to that, and you tell yourself, "This is the place I cut it," you just
at times you just want to do it. At times you just want to do it, and damn all consequences. So
no. But okay, IJ, if you want to do it and damn the consequences, okay, let me bring up something. Like for me, I don't like calling people's name or judging people. Just like what is trending in Nigeria now, Samuel Bosu.
No, Ben. Sammy's wife is a family friend, so I wouldn't want to bring them up.
Wait. You
can say what you want to say without bringing them up, please. They will leave it because I'm very good friends with their family. Please,
I'm not bringing them up.
No, you can give an inference, but don't mention their name. That's all I'm saying, because I don't want them to.
Sorry. So I wouldn't have called the name, but I would have just said what is trending in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Good. Now the issue is there are so many people out there that are high. They have a lot of people that look up to them, and so on and so forth. Now, I just made a little travel to Houston, and on getting to Houston, somebody was so close to me and so on. For God's sake, even if the person is so close to me and everything, and I know that I am responsibly married, for God's sake, whatever, you can't even come to my hotel room. Whatever we are going to say, we'll say it in the bar, in the hotel where I am. You finish talking, when you finish talking from there, you go. You can't even come to my room.
You tell them what they said. You have told Jesus, just say the words. You don't have to come to the house. Just say the words.
So most times, all these drives, all these things is because we fail to cut it where we are supposed to cut it from. You allowed it flow. Forget it. You are a human being. Before you know it, Jack Robinson is all done. The next minute, Benson. Hey, Benson, how are you? Hey, how you doing? I'm fine. He said, you know what? What is it? I missed my period. Wahala don't start with that one. So, but the only thing is for people to know when to cut it. Yeah. Just cut it. Yes, we are human beings. So why not cut it? Cut the discussion.
Yeah, putting things together, we've talked about praying, which I led on. Talked about
But wait, let me tell you something, Ifoma.
Avoidance.
Prayer cannot stop you from that, please.
I'm glad you said that.
My mother always says you cannot put goat and yam together.
And yam at the same
there's
place.
No prayer there.
See, IJ, Ambo, Ifoma.
Yes.
Onyahu bara ọtọ n'ihu gị. Ese na ebe ahụ eme kaba sha. Na lie, you are doing nothing. You are deceiving yourself. You are deceiving yourself.
So you don't listen to testimonies. You don't listen to testimonies. I prayed and the man walked away and he fell asleep. You have not heard such testimonies.
Those things cannot talk to me.
Gio. Mommy Gio. Mommy Gio. Anyway. There's very few things we can do to avoid cheating. There's very discipline. Prayer, you want to discount it, but it still leads the way. Prayer, avoidance, discipline, being disciplined,
know yourself.
Faith. You can cheat with the same sex too. So cheating doesn't have to be opposite sex. So.
No, everything we're talking about belongs to everybody. It's a mix of boti. Yeah. And again, I wanted to talk about physical appearance, but it may be discounted because I'm discounting it myself because some people, when you find the peak caliber of people they've cheated with, the person is not dressed in an erotic, seductive way or hasn't done anything that will attract them, but they still do it. So physical appearance is not something to avoid. Look good, do what you're doing, but again, be disciplined, be prayerful, flee, run.
Yeah, you pray not to be led into temptation, but not at the present time of the temptation.
That prayer is going to help.
Can I say something here?
Ifoma, please, can I say something? Physical appearance.
Ifoma, you have to take this into overtime when people don't agree you.
No, somebody says here that nobody plans to cheat. That's not true.
Hold on.
No, somebody says here that no one plans to cheat on purpose. That's not true. That's not true. Sometimes
every cheating you want to do. Every cheating you want to do is premeditated.
Yeah, Ben, hold on. Yeah.
You know that. So when somebody says you don't cheat on purpose, I don't agree. Some cheating is done basically on purpose. You know that you're going to get on with someone, and it's just what it is. But the thing about prayer and discipline, yes, those are very good, admirable properties. But understand this, that sometimes equally, you like what you like. And if for a speck that you like comes towards you, I always tell people this, I said you can pretend all you want, but if you're somebody who likes the back or front, you guys understand what I mean.
Yeah,
when the back or front passes you, there's that's thing that you probably want to look at. So it's discipline. That is most important. It's discipline. How do yourself? But my mom says it, and it's true. You cannot put a goat and a yam together in a room. You expect the goat to eat the yam. It's not possible.
So leave the yam.
It's not possible.
But if the goat is disciplined, will not eat that yam.
Now lie, goat no get discipline because waiting day the goat. That third leg of the goat no get discipline. Finish. Understand it. That when he sees that and it's opportune, he will do it.
Okay, let's round up and go offline. Thank you everybody for being a part of today's show again.
Say something.
You want to say something? Who Mata, please, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Say something so we could round up.
Okay, what I wanted to say is the last person that said the cheating stuff. Is a thing of your choice. Then the second thing I want to add up is Ifoma, you mentioned something about dressing.
Physical
I think dressing also plays a part there. I mean, personally, I think dressing, it doesn't. There are some people that, again, some things triggered when it comes to cheating or having sex or whatever it is. Dressing for some people, if they might sit here and the lady passes them with long skirts, they are not triggered or they are not aroused. Well, if that same person passes them with, a seductive way of dressing, or kind of, they get aroused. So I think the dressing should also be added to your point.
And many men too like long skirts. Yeah, many men, Jewish men, Muslim men, they like when you cover up because they anticipate when they open it what's going to be inside. So it depends, different folks. So it doesn't have to be short.
Nigerian men want it open. They want
it doesn't have to be short things. Yeah, it doesn't. People always put it as short things. No, I know a lot of men who love when you wear all this abada thing.
So what do we wear? Midi.
It doesn't it comes to discipline. It comes to discipline. So whatever you wear, some people you'll be naked in front of them, like Benson said, he will not do anything for you. Some people you just have clothes, so it depends on discipline. And like Ike said, what you like, if what you like comes close by you, whether they are in Buba or whether they are in, it's what you like. What you like is what you like.
The next thing I'll say it during the overtime. I don't want it on air.
That's why we like going to overtime, so people can say what they want to say.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. The discussion will continue once we go offline. But thank you very much. I hope you've picked a thing or two out of everything we've talked about. I've learned a lot. At least I know to fight or fly or flee.
Or you thought of it.
If the door is not locked, I don't know where I'm running to. I'll stay and keep praying.
Open the window. Break the window.
Yes. And I will avoid going to places that would compromise my, artists use the word, my shame, my integrity. I will avoid such moves. Again, if cheating makes you happy, pray and find out if it's the right thing for you.
What God cannot do does not exist.
But what I do not agree with is that you take permission from your partner to cheat. That way, it's no longer cheating. Cheating should be something that is done behind you, and you don't know about it until you find out. Once you take permission, it's no longer cheating. And let's keep going. Things are evolving. Maybe open marriage will be a norm very soon, somewhere, someday. Thank you, everyone. Sit back. We're still on overtime, just for going off live. We love you.
Love you guys.
And please share our link. Share. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and be a part of what we're doing. Thank you. We love you all.